Hi everyone. We're going to factor these completely. We're going to factor by grouping, and we're also using the greatest common factor. If you're an IB, it's called the highest common factor. So the first two are kind of the harder ones. The second two are not so hard. So let's get started. And we're going to start with number 1. And the first step we want to do for number 1 is pull out our highest common factor, our greatest common factor. And in this case, my greatest common factor is 3, because I can divide each of these pieces here by 3. I can divide that by 3. So I'm going to pull out the 3 and just rewrite this. So we're going to get 7PU plus 3PV minus 21QU minus 9QV. Then after that, you just factor normally by grouping. And what's nice about this set is that they're in order, so you don't have to rearrange everything. So what I'm going to do is group these together. And in this case, this first set, I'm going to go ahead and write it this. So I'm going to put parentheses here. I'm also going to put parentheses here. You might want to make another line. But when I put parentheses here, because of this negative, I have to change this to a positive. Because when you distribute a negative, it turns the positive to a negative. So what I can factor out this first group is P. And you're going to get 7U plus 3V. Minus, I can factor out a 3Q here. And I'm going to get 7U plus 3V. So now, factoring by grouping, the main thing you have to have is these two quantities are the same. And then we're just going to group these two together. And so then we're going to have P minus 3Q times 7U plus 3V. All right. I have another video using factoring by grouping, but basically, just remember that basically when you use FOIL, this would be first and outer, which is this piece right here. And then we have inner and last, which would be this piece right here. Okay? All right, so that's just factoring by grouping. Now, the next one's kind of hard as well. We first have to pull out, these are all divisible by 8. In other words, I can factor out an 8 of all this. So I'm going to do that first. And when you do that, you're going to get 32xy minus 20x squared plus 24ky minus 15kx. I go kk, so I'm going to do 15kx. All right. Now, like we did before, we're just going to group these two together. It's nice that this is plus, so I'm going to group these two together. And I'm going to group these two together. Sometimes you have to rearrange them. In this set, you don't. And then I'm going to factor out, in this case, I'm going to factor out a 4 and then an x. And I'm going to get 8y minus 5x. All right. This set, I'm going to factor out a 3k, because they both have k here. So I'm going to factor out a 3k. And I still get 8y minus 5x. Remember, we always want these two to be the same. And then you can just group these two together. So we're going to get 8 times 4x plus 3k. And then we have 8y minus 5x. Okay, the last two are a little easier because we don't have to use the highest common factor. So I'm just going to group this together. And remember, I'm going to go ahead and put parentheses 8xy minus 7x minus, and I'm going to put 8y minus 7. Okay? So the first part, I can factor out only the x. So I'm going to pull out the x, get 8y minus 7 here, and this is the same. Get 8y minus 7. Can't factor anything out of this second quantity. And if you want, you can go ahead and put a 1 here, because that's 1 times that. And then you just group these two together here. And you get x minus 1 times 8y minus 7. And that's your answer. All right. I'm trying to draw a box here. Okay. And the last one is the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and put these together. Now I'm going to change this to minus. Did I do that here? Yeah, automatically. You have to change this. So basically, when I put this together, I had to change this sign to negative, because when you distribute the negative, that turns positive. So what can we factor out here? We can factor out an m and a 4. So I can pull out 4m, and I'm going to get n minus 4, minus here I can factor out a 7. And you get n minus 4. Now group these two together, and you get 4m minus 7 times n minus 4. And that is your answer. That's all of this video. The next video is going to be factoring trinomials, but the degree is not going to be 2. It's going to be 6 and 8. So where the degree is 6 and 8. Thank you, and I hope you all have a nice day. Bye-bye.